Hi everyone, this is Marie Rogers, sales strategist and coach and creator of the Sales on Fire Elite program. And today, what I'm going to be sharing with you is the one way to get clients to buy from you quickly without being salesy or pushy. And that's obviously what everybody wants to know. How do I become, the question I get asked most is, how do I become easy to say yes to? Hi everyone for joining. Great that you're all here. All right, loving having you all. And the question I get asked an awful lot, and one of the reasons that people choose to work with me is they want to be easy to say yes to. They don't want to feel that they're pushy. They don't want to feel that they're salesy. They certainly don't want to feel that they're manipulating people into being their clients. It's no, 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 no. And that is absolutely the right attitude, because you're here to serve. And being a coach means that you're already at a higher standard in terms of how you serve your clients than most other businesses, because you're living to serve, you're living to transform your clients, and you genuinely care. So also when you're approaching how someone says yes to you, you want to take your beliefs, your authenticity and your values into that approach as well. And that's hugely important to me. And it's something that has certainly influenced not only how I've been successful in the sales industry for nearly 30 odd years, nearly 30 odd years, guys, can you believe it? I'm so young looking. But also it's something that when I go in and, you know, I've spent 8 years working in corporate and as in my own business, with business clients, working in the corporate world as a business, and it's been really important to me too, and now obviously online as well. And what I love is the people that I'm working with online are already a higher self, and their integrity is so important. So I want to make sure that you find one way to get clients quickly without being salesy or pushy. And I'm loving that you're all here, guys. I really sometimes struggle to actually see what you are saying. So I'm just going to push on, but hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. All right. Okay. So let's get into the crux of it. One thing, it's literally the Goldilocks effect. Now, if you're familiar with Goldilocks, then you know that when it came to eating the porridge, one was too hot, one was too cold, and one was just right. And that's the approach that we're actually going to be looking at today, right? So it's one thing that you can do quickly and easily without being salesy and pushy that makes you easier to say yes to basically get more sales. All right? And it's using Goldilocks. So think of this: one's too hot, one's too cold, and one's just right. Does that then translate into what you do? Right. So the easiest way to actually get more clients and not feel like that is to know exactly when someone is ready to buy from you and to reach out at that stage. Now think about it. It's like if you ask somebody to work with you too early, the likely answer is going to be a no. And because you don't work with me, you won't know how to nurture. So what will happen is they'll just trickle off and you've lost that opportunity. Okay, so they're not working with you where you could help them transform because they're not ready yet. Okay, leave it too late, and what's happened? They've probably invested that money elsewhere, in another program, a coach like you, or in something different that they thought would work for them that probably won't. All right, so too early or too late. See what the Goldilocks is? So what you want to do is reach out when it's absolutely right. Okay, so here's the question that I now get asked, because all my clients, and this is the reason why I'm sharing it with you, everything that I hear from my clients, I'm starting to share it with you, right? But how do I know when that is, Marie? That's the question I got. Well, how do I know? Not only how do I know, but when will I recognize it? When should I be reaching out? Okay, so I'm going to give you some quick direction on how to answer that, because obviously this is a quick live. So direction, not, you know, I've got to be honest and say it's not a full solution, but it's direction for you to be able to pick up and go and do yourself. All right. So the thing that I do mainly, that I've actually developed for my clients, is what's called a client tracker. Okay, now what a client tracker is where you track from the minute that you become aware of, you know, like your potential client becomes aware of you and you become aware of them. So as I call it, the lead stage. You've just came into each other's radar. right through that process, that transition or journey, if you like, straight through to when you feel it's ready, you know, the right time to actually reach out and ask them to buy from you. And it follows a process. Now, there's an awful lot about email, you know, sequences, and yeah, I believe in them, but I don't believe that this stage is right now, unless you've got a whole load of money, guys, for a lot of Facebook ads and, you know, like a lot of money in marketing. At this stage, if you're looking for a more organic approach, one that basically has quicker results but really deeper connection, then it is literally doing what you're doing organically and for free. So the thing is that when you become aware of someone, they're at the lead stage. Okay, you're getting to know and like each other, and you move them through from lead to prospect. And at the prospect stage, you should have a process there of reaching out to people in a sequence of events that allows you to see if the timing's right or not. Okay, and that is usually by asking kind of predetermined questions that are right for your target market. So ones that would allow you to see if the problem is big enough yet. So think about that as well. What kind of questions could you be asking at that stage to see, is the problem big enough? Is it because, you know, is it keeping them awake at night time? Is it really impacting their life negatively? Is it big enough? Because if the problem isn't big enough, they're not ready to invest in a solution, okay? And you would be reaching out and trying to actually persuade somebody to buy, and it wouldn't feel good for either of you. The energy wouldn't be there. So this client tracker that I have, and you know, like, so a client tracker basically tracks the process to make sure that you take them through the process and where they're at that stage, so ensure that when you do reach out, it feels good for both of you. And even if at the end of the day it hasn't been the right time, or that, you know, they're not ready, even the process for how you nurture them until it is, in a way that feels really authentic and really good for both of you. So here's the thing, right? The process is, first of all, be aware that timing is really important, that knowing when to reach out makes your chances of success so much higher. You're just easier to say yes to. A process that allows you to track from when you become aware of each other at the lead stage right through to inviting them to a call, and having a sequence of events that allows you to determine when that point is, and then how to nurture them even when they're a client and to afterwards as well, okay? And that is basically the Goldilocks effect, because the last thing you want to do is reach out too early, and the last thing that you definitely want to do is reach out too late, okay? So Goldilocks, getting it right. Now my question to you guys is, what do you currently do? How do you track when somebody is ready to buy? At what stage are you currently reaching out? Don't you love it? Dog's barking again. How do you do that currently, or do you do it? Is that something where it's just if somebody's ready to have a call with you, and sometimes you go on and maybe it doesn't actually translate into a client and you're not too sure why? So I would share it. I'd love your opinion. I'll comment and I'll reply to every single one of them, because I think this is such a crucial area. It's actually one of the things that it's the reason why I developed this client tracker for my clients, because it just made life a lot simpler for them. They could track everything and know exactly where things were, so that they could reach out. So if you're not obviously on that program, then you won't have this and you won't be aware of it. So it's an important subject that I want to raise, because you kick yourself and think you've got it all wrong. But normally, it's not that you've got it wrong, you've just got the timing wrong, or you don't know how to do it or when to do it. So this is a flavour of things that you can instantly start strategizing about to make that process simpler. And if you struggle with that, or if you're thinking, God, I'd like help to deep dive into that a little bit more, you can reach out to me if you want. It's up to you. I'm here, okay? But certainly, I want to know your opinion on this subject about getting the timing right, and how do you currently ensure that you're doing that? And if you aren't, what are you now going to do in order to make that timing right? Okay, so in the meantime, I'm going to wish you all, thank you so much for joining me. I've loved every one of you coming here, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you post in the comments. And there's going to be an email going out to you with this as well, which is going to be really good, because there's a few added wee bits in there as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to wish you a sales on fire week. I'm going to hope that you're the easiest person to say yes to, so that you can work with the clients that you really want to, so that you can help them transform their lives whilst they help transform your business. Okay, and in the meantime, love and prosperity. Until next time, and more Sales on Fire techniques and tips. Take care.